From the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Friday, May 22, 2026. In the headlines, Public Sector Pension Fund Agreement signed, marking major reform milestone. Grenada's inaugural Flower Festival planned for November 2026. Bellevue Music School opens, expanding arts education opportunities. Fundraiser to be held this weekend in support of St. David's Catholic Secondary School student in dire need. Also in the news, regionally, as the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season approaches, concerns mount over Cuba's ability to respond effectively. Internationally, Haitians displaced by gang violence in Port-au-Prince as armed groups tighten their grip. Plus, in the sports news, local and regional track elites converge for ultimate Whitsuntide Games showdown.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening, I'm Kenroy, Baptiste with Network News. Thanks for joining us. This week's signing of agreements for the management of the Public Sector Employees Pension Fund marked another major milestone in public sector reform. During the formal signing ceremony, officials described it as striking the right balance between sustainability and security. Reporter Deidre Seeley tells us more.
The government of Grenada has signed major agreements to support the implementation of the Public Sector Employees Defined Contribution Pension Plan. Under the theme Securing Tomorrow, today, the Administration and Investment Management Agreements were officially signed by Pension Fund Administrator Bacon Woodrow and D'Souza Limited, Investment Manager Shepherd Securities Limited, and the Board of Trustees. The ceremony was described as a critical step toward operationalizing the new pension plan, which came into effect on January 1st. The plan builds on the High Court ruling to restore pension benefits to eligible public officers by expanding eligibility to statutory body employees and potentially private sector workers. Permanent Secretary for Public Administration Lindonna Hilaire Marshall said the pension fund seeks to ensure that workers can retire with dignity.
This reform reflects the government's effort to strike that balance between sustainability and security, ensuring that public officers and public sector workers can retire with dignity under a modern, sustainable, and responsibly governed pension system.
The ceremony also introduced the newly appointed Board of Trustees, consisting of finance, law, investment management, and public administration professionals, as well as trade union representation. Chairman of the board, Louis Williams, described pension funds as sacrosanct, underscoring the board's commitment to fund contributors.
As trustees, we recognize that pension management is not simply a financial exercise. It is fundamentally about caring for and having a sense of devotion to people.
At the event, the pension fund was commended for its structure, which benefits from economies of scale and promotes fiscal discipline. Representatives of the fund's administrator and its investment manager said Grenada's pension reform efforts have set a standard in the Caribbean.
Grenada's response to pension reform was deliberate, well-governed, and forward-looking. It sets a standard, a progressive standard for the rest of the Caribbean. The credit for that belongs to this country, and Grenadians should take it.
Acting Prime Minister Andy Williams, who served as a witness to the signing, said additional implementation activities surrounding pension reform, including public education and stakeholder engagement, will continue. Deidre Seeley, GBN News.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell secured critical energy, trade and security alliances during high-level Washington, D.C. visit, while Minister Karine James advocated for greater involvement of women and youth in the energy sector in Africa. Details in this Christina John report. Let's move on now. Let's talk the story. $35,000 housing grants for single first-time home buyers and $50,000 for couples under 35 are among the proposals by political leader of the Democratic People's Movement, Peter David. Speaking on the To The Point program on Friday, David said the party's economic platform focuses on housing, agriculture and healthcare, while defending concerns surrounding the cost of the proposed initiatives. Eugenia Peters reports.
The Democratic People's Movement says its economic platform is built around 3 pillars: work, food, and healthcare. Among the proposals is a housing grant program for first-time home buyers under the age of 35, offering $35,000 for singles and $50,000 for couples. According to political leader Peter David, the initiative is designed to provide young people with greater financial stability and opportunity.
One of the hindrances to most young people getting a house is they do not have that deposit. They have the job, they may be able to pay, but they do not have that deposit. So we are suggesting, and we are saying, and we are proposing that the government give qualified persons a grant of $35,000, a couple a grant of $50,000, because a couple of things happen so that they can get the house. Because a couple of things happen. One, these persons who have a job, who are qualified and have a house will work to pay for it.
David says the proposals are intended to generate economic activity while keeping more money within the local economy.
The point I'm making is it is the beginning of what we call generational wealth, so that the generation that is doing it makes the next generation better. Because my view is that each generation must seek to make the next generation better off than they were. So it's a proposal, and it can be financed. We can't go into the details now, but listen, we're financing a hospital for how much million? I mean, 500 million by now with inflation at US, because the government sees it as important. If you see a project as important, there's CBI, there are all kinds of sources, but we can do it.
The party is also proposing guaranteed pricing for farmers as part of efforts to strengthen local agriculture and reduce reliance on imported food. David says the movement's proposals are aimed at building a more self-sufficient economy while improving opportunities and overall quality of life for Grenadians. Eugenia Peters, GBN News.
With mounting U.S. pressure facing Cuba, Grenada's ambassador to Cuba says his team remains in close contact with Grenadian students there. The ambassador says spirits remain high as the students are determined to complete their studies despite the fallout from an energy crisis caused by a United States-imposed oil blockade. This week, the U.S. indicted former Cuban President Raul Castro and imposed sanctions against the government, citing national security concerns. To boost student support amid utility disruptions and uncertainty, Ambassador Noel says their stipends have been increased.
We have just negotiated for an increase in the a stipend, so they have had a hardship allowance, and we have distributed foodstuff to them. So as far as food is concerned, as far as water is concerned, they are okay.
His team is also working to document student concerns regarding water, energy, and safety in the country.
At the moment, we are pursuing the development of a matrix that will give us some indication as to how they are affected. We have asked some questions in our interaction with them as it relates to how are they affected by the question of water supply, the whole question of electricity and electricity cuts, the question of safety at the school. We have asked questions surrounding interruption to classes, and we have gathered answers from the students from all of the institutions, and we're now putting it in a matrix. But
according to Ambassador Noel, about 8 students are set to graduate this year, while others are sitting their end-of-year exams. Most scholarship recipients are preparing to journey to the island to begin their studies later this year. Network news still to come from us. Nomination window closes this weekend for inaugural National Youth Awards. Plus, new music school in the pipeline for St. David. We'll talk about that. Stay with us.
What if growing your savings came with more flexibility and more rewards? Introducing the Ariza Advantage account from Ariza Credit Union. Earn 3.5% interest per year with a minimum first deposit of just EC $10,000. Enjoy a 5-year fixed term, unlimited deposits, no monthly fees, and added loan security. Plus exclusive Advantage member privileges, priority services, special offers, and more. Get the Ariza Advantage. This is the Ariza Promise. Better value, better service, members first. Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Hey, man. Where are you? Okay. You said 5 minutes. Anyone want dessert? Maybe he's stuck at the office? Surprise! Not yet, Carl.
Bro, I'm literally at the altar right now.
Relax. I'm almost there.
We're like the friend who isn't always late.
You have the rings.
CG United. Good like that.
At 5 p.m. on August 5th, 1944, the schooner Island Queen sailed out of the St. George's Harbor. On board were some of Grenada's brightest and best sons and daughters. What happened afterwards remains a mystery.
Where Island Queen gone?
Heritage Theatre Company presents Lucy's Straw Hat, a full-length drama written and directed by Chris DeRiggs, a moving story about a family caught up in the drama of this great mystery. Meet Mammy Sylvie, a woman with a secret too heavy to keep but too painful to reveal.
I'm asking for forgiveness for not telling you the truth.
Pa John, the war veteran.
Sometimes I sit here feeling so helpless, so crushed.
Hyacinth, always ready to do mischief.
You don't see the woman Uncle Norris married. She face ugly enough to turn milk.
Lucy, beautiful and headstrong.
I had a dream, Mommy, that Hyacinth was there, holding my hand.
Lucy's Straw Hat at Grenada Trade Center on Saturday 13th and Sunday 14th June, and at the Luke Cinema on Saturday 20th and Sunday 21st June. All shows 7 p.m. Advance tickets $60, $75 at the door. Come join us.
Where Island Queen gone?
It's game on. And you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game. And you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
Have you been thinking of purchasing a water tank? Now is the time. Our tanks are built tough, UV resistant, food grade safe, and is designed with thick, durable walls to prevent leaks and cracks. So whether it's for your home, your farm, or business, we've got the perfect size. We've made owning your tanks easy and affordable through our partnership with Ariza Credit Union. Visit On The Spot Hardware, choose your high-quality water storage tanks, and contact Ariza Credit Union.
Our story was built by people, neighbors helping neighbors, standing side by side with those who trust us to protect what matters most and help build our communities. Being there when needed most. Across borders, across generations. Still growing, still giving, still just getting started. After 185 years.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think of Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
With just $5, catch your lucky break and double your money with $25,000 scratchy for the same price. Win easy with money, money, money and electric sevens. Check out these scratch games at authorized lottery agents across the Tri-Island. Over $1.5 million in total prizes and as much as $25,000 can be won on just one ticket of each game. Play scratch today. Absolutely no draws and no waiting, just chances at instant winnings. Scratch, win, easy. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Grenada, get ready for the grand finale of the athletic season. The Whitsuntide Games 2026 take over the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on Saturday 23rd and Sunday 24th May from 9 a.m. daily. Witness 2 days of electrifying track and field action as top athletes from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, Antigua, St. Lucia, Guyana, and more go head to head with Grenada's finest speed, strength, and regional rivalry once more, all in one place. Admission, finish line, $30. Main stand, $20. VIP, $150 for 1 day and $200 for 2 days. Don't miss the final local athletic meet of the season. Be there for the Whitsuntide Games 2026 as the season ends with a bang.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Grenada launched its inaugural Flower and Garden Festival during a week of botanical pageantry in London. Christina John has this report.
The inaugural Grenada Flower and Garden Festival, dubbed Grenada in Bloom, has been officially launched in London ahead of its staging in Grenada from November 8th to the 15th. The launch reception was hosted by Governor General Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagranade and coincided with the 2026 RHS Chelsea Flower Show, where Grenada once again gained international recognition for its award-winning floral exhibit. The event brought together tourism officials, business leaders, UK-based media and tour operators, members of the Grenadian diaspora, and staff of the Grenadian High Commission. In her keynote address, Dame Cecile described the inaugural festival as more than just an exhibition, calling it a platform where culture, sustainability, innovation, and commerce intersect. She said Grenada's success at the Chelsea Flower Show reflects the country's creativity, precision, and pride, while also highlighting opportunities for investment in floriculture, botanical products, essential oils, and wellness industries. Chairman of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Randall Dolan, officially launched the festival with the premiere of a promotional video, while Grenada's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom praised the island's floral heritage as a key part of its national identity.
Experience for me. It was my first time attending the Chelsea Flower Show, and the amount of people that I saw there, it truly blew me away. I had no idea or no appreciation for how large the Chelsea Flower Show is. And again, this time, we knew that we were throwing a full support behind Chelsea this year in showing that we're bringing home the gold, making sure the team felt appreciated, and again bringing the Flower Festival to Grenada. But Chelsea, it created a wonderful opportunity again for the world to see Grenada and what we have to offer. And we're really pleased that the team continues to be so committed and dedicated, focusing on what we have to offer. We have something truly special here. We want to continue to capitalize on it, continue to support Team Grenada, and ensure that we continue to drive, not just business and make the economics of flowers booming, but also share the beauty and the riches of Grenada with the rest of the world.
The launch also promoted Grenada Diaspora Homecoming 2026, scheduled for June 21st to July 5th. Calls for Grenadians abroad to contribute to national development through investment and partnership.
Excellent idea. Excellent. We have such beautiful flowers, We have a range of tropicals, and of course we get the same feedback when we get to head to London at the Chelsea Flower Show. It's vivid, it's vibrant. As a florist, that's my structure for all arrangements. It's difficult for me to do a beautiful arrangement without our local flowers. That's the structure. And you could add other things in, but we have beautiful flowers. And it's about time we set the stage where not just Grenadians can view, but the world can come to Grenada to view.
The Governor General concluded by inviting the international community to Grenada this November for the inaugural staging of Grenada in Bloom, which will showcase the island's botanical richness, culture, and creative spirit. Christina John, GBN News.
Team Grenada has returned from the International Art Exhibition at the 2026 Venice Biennale, the world's largest visual arts exposition. Jefferson Ramirez and Arthur Daniel described the inspiring experience to GBN. Their message to fellow creatives: keep creating. Reporter Deidre Seeley has more details.
What we do is bigger than us. And that's what it taught me, is like, what I was doing there, I wasn't doing it for anything than just answering what the Almighty inspired me to do.
Photographer Arthur Daniel is among the artists featured in Grenada's pavilion at the International Art Exhibition of the 2026 Venice Biennial. His work appeared alongside Lilo Nido and Chris Mast of Art Fabrique and regional artists Russell Watson and Edward Bowen. Local musician Jefferson Ramirez was a feature of the team, performing steel pan renditions of Italian music as part of Grenada's exhibit. Curated by Koyoko just before her passing, this year's biennial is themed in minor keys, calling on participants to pause and focus on less conspicuous details, like the mangrove roots in Daniel's photography. Grenada's pavilion, The Poetics of Correspondence, will stay open until November. The biennial offered artists an opportunity to contribute to global conversations around art. Asher Maines, researcher for the Grenada Pavilion, says the experience is now part of documentable Grenadian art history.
It's research. It's trying to figure out how we can best communicate this wealth of information that we've just received to everyone here in Grenada.
Grenada has been participating in the Venice Biennial for the past 11 years. Commissioner of Grenada's Pavilion, Susan Means, extended her gratitude for the support received.
We can thank the National Lottery Authority, and several corporate companies came in and contributed. Several individuals, some who asked me not to call their names and not to list them as supporters, but they just wanted to give to help. And so we're not done yet. We still have expenses, so if anybody, is still in mind to support, we welcome it.
Ramirez and Daniel described the biennial as deeply inspiring, transforming how they view art. They offered this message to their fellow Grenadian creators.
I didn't think I would end up in an art. I'm not that kind of artist in the way I've thought about art, but here I am playing steel drums, like being the first steel drum person to be on a sandolo in the canals and playing in the campo and playing their music, and everybody's like, what is this thing? And there's a big Grenada flag there. There's big awareness for our little country. So and that's just off of me doing what I do best. So I definitely encourage people to continue reaching and striving and expressing and sharing.
The team is now focused on bringing what they learned through the biennial to life and raising the profile of art in Grenada. Deidre Seeley, GBN News.
The deadline for nominations for the inaugural National Youth Awards is this weekend. Christina John has details.
Under the theme Legacy in Motion, Empowering Youth, Driving Transformation, the awards will celebrate young people as active agents of change, highlighting their contributions to national development across multiple sectors. Colin Perman, Acting Coordinator of Youth in the Ministry of Youth and Sports, provided an update on next month's event and how potential awardees can be nominated.
Nominations has been extended and it is going to be closed on the 24th of May, that is Sunday at midnight. So we're asking persons to fill up the nomination inboxes. We're asking you to come out and nominate as many persons as possible. The nomination process is quite simple. You go onto our social media pages on Facebook or Instagram, the Grenada National Youth Awards. There you would find the link to the nomination form. You can nominate a young person that you feel is doing exceptional work in any of the sectors or categories that we have listed. You can nominate yourself or you can nominate an organization.
Perman explained the various categories being considered and outlined the steps after submissions are received.
Awards will be held on the 16th of June, and after the nomination process has closed, the nominations are received, it will go to an independent selection committee. That selection committee is comprised of youth stakeholders in various industries, and they would be going through the process of reviewing and making the final selection. Nominations were open in April, the 21st of April. We have numerous categories. We're looking for young persons who are involved in the arts, the creative industry, persons in tourism, in health, in agriculture, in education, community development. The nomination categories are relatively endless. We are looking to nominate an award. We're looking to recognize young people in all fields that we can possibly think of right here in Grenada.
The ministry says the initiative is designed not only to recognize excellence, but also to promote youth development as a present priority, encouraging innovation, leadership, and civic engagement. Beyond recognition, the National Youth Award will also create opportunities for mentorship, partnerships, and national dialogue on issues affecting young people, while supporting the country's long-term development goals. The ministry is encouraging support from the public and private sectors as it prepares to host what is expected to become a flagship event celebrating youth excellence. Christina John, GBN News.
Bellevue Music School has broken ground to empower young talent. Shania McIntosh has more.
The government of Grenada has officially broken ground for the new Bellevue Music School, a project aimed at nurturing young talent and expanding opportunities in the creative industries. The initiative forms part of ongoing efforts to support youth development and strengthen community-based programs across the island. The official opening ceremony for the Bellevue Music School was held at the Bellevue Community Center grounds and playing field, bringing together government officials, community members, and representatives from the Chinese Embassy in Grenada. The project is expected to create a dedicated space where young people can develop their musical talents and explore opportunities within the creative sector. Speaking at the ceremony, His Excellency Yang Shu, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Grenada, extended greetings on behalf of the Chinese Embassy and expressed pride in supporting what he described as a meaningful initiative for the community.
Since China and Grenada resumed its diplomatic ties in 2005, the Chinese Embassy has implemented many community-level livelihood projects across Grenada. We also call these small and beautiful projects. Today's Bellevue Music School is exactly one of these successful examples. It is small in size, but great in value. I'm truly proud that the Chinese Embassy has been able to support the meaningful project.
Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell highlighted the importance of investing in the nation's youth and creative industries. He revealed that the investment in the music school stands at $299,251.61. The Prime Minister noted that the music industry is a transformative sector, and the skills students will gain at the institution could help showcase Grenadian culture on the global stage.
The money has been spent on intentionally refurbishing the space, on the purchase of furniture, and the purchase of top-tier musical equipment to ensure that the students and the tutors have the very best to ensure that we can unleash the creative potential of our young people. And so to our young people of Bellevue and surrounding villages, and from those who may come from the wider parish, this space belongs to you. When you look at the sign behind, it does not say Government of Grenada. It does not say Member of Parliament. It says Bellevue Music School. And Bellevue, therefore, is the community, and therefore it is incumbent upon you, the young people, to make sure that you protect, that you cherish, and that you use this space to your benefit.
Yeah. Officials say the Bellevue Music School is expected to provide young people with greater access to music education, creative expression, and future career opportunities within the entertainment and cultural industries. The project represents another step in Grenada's push to invest in youth empowerment and the continued growth of the country's creative economy. Reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry is continuing efforts to encourage youth involvement in agriculture through community engagement and hands-on learning activities. The rest of the details in this report.
The ministry partnered this week with the Grenada chapter of the Caribbean Climate Resilient Agriculture Forum, CCRAF, on the Road initiative for an engagement session at the St. George's School for Special Education. Students were introduced to the concept of growing food in raised planters, with officials highlighting benefits such as reduced cost and better protection of crops from animals. The Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, ICA, representative in the the Eastern Caribbean, Mr. Greg Rawlins, was among those in attendance.
Just take this opportunity to thank the principal and the staff, his teachers, and the students for this opportunity to come and share with you today. I come from an institution called AICA. It's a long name. I won't get into the long name, but we are here to support agriculture development in Grenada and across the Caribbean region and the wider hemisphere. We want to encourage food production. I trust you all have to eat. Do you all eat food? Yes. It's important, therefore, that we grow food, that we have the ability to produce our own food. And therefore, today we want to be able to at least share with you some of the things that we do as an institute.
Principal of the School for Special Education, Mistress Patricia Williams Prince, expressed her appreciation.
On behalf of the Grenada School for Special Education, we welcome this initiative. We thrive. We believe that without agriculture you cannot live. So we embrace that opportunity from that first conversation with you, Mr. Del Sol, and we welcome each and every one of you here today. You see the excited faces. We are excited and ready to see what you're going to do for us today, and we love the words of encouragement with what we try doing on our own, and we look forward to that partnership to make the best of our students, and they in turn could do it on their own when they leave the walls here and contribute to the Grenadian society. So once again,
Chief Agronomist Alison Haynes, Forage Officer Melissa Tyson, and a team of officers currently undergoing training in the use of drones in agriculture participated in the demonstrations. The event also featured hands-on mentorship from local farmer Evans Gooding, who volunteered his time to share best practices with students and assist them in planting lettuce seedlings. The initiative forms part of ongoing efforts to promote agriculture among young people while exposing students to innovative and sustainable farming techniques. Christina John, GBN News.
All right. We bring you snippets from Grenada's showcase at the prestigious Chelsea Flower Show in London. GBN ISAW is next.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clearvision.
I got my glasses from Clearvision Eye Center.
I got my glasses at Clearvision Eye Center.
Clearvision Eye Center.
Clearvision Eye Center.
This evening on GBN ISAW, we bring you excerpts from Grenada's showcase at the prestigious Chelsea Flower Show in London. Team Grenada once again captivated the eyes and hearts of judges and patrons alike, securing an impressive 19th gold medal at the internationally acclaimed event. The exhibit highlighted the vibrance and beauty of some of the island's most exotic species of flowers, proudly displaying Grenada's rich botanical heritage on the world stage. Here's a look at Grenada's award-winning presentation at the Chelsea Flower Show. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or on our other social media platforms. That's for GBN ISAW.
This is Network News. We'll be back.
For 40 years, Answer Coatings Grenada has been part of your story. More than paint,
It's pride and care in every drop. As the proud manufacturers of Sissons and Berger paint, we've protected your homes and communities for generations. Answer Coatings Grenada Limited, 40 years strong, 40 years trusted. A legacy in every drop.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you. With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card. Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before with ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Looking for the perfect pre-carnival fete? Then get ready for Rhythm and Spice, a Rotary brunch experience happening Sunday, June 28th from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Enjoy an afternoon of bold flavors, vibrant rhythms, and unforgettable vibes featuring Sakina and the Alpha One Band, plus guest artists and DJs. Early bird tickets are just $200 and available now on GoToFet.com. Dress code brunch chic, island elegance with spice-inspired tones. Hosted by the Rotary Club of Grenada. Proceeds support Rotary community projects. Rhythm and Spice, Sunday, June 28th, Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Sip, savor, socialize, support.
Life's about to pop. I wanna play with cash pop. Life's about to pop. Oh yeah, with cash pop. Pick your number 1 to 50. See your price right when you play. 5 jars a day, come win easy. Cash pops. One number, that's all you need. Win up to 2,500 indeed. Life's about to pop. I wanna play with cash pop.
Must be 18 or older to play. NLA supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
The Ministry of Agriculture White Potato Production Initiative is an OECS sub-regional project aimed at reducing Grenada's reliance on imported white potatoes, which in 2025 had an imported value of over 4.5 million EC dollars. The White Potato Production Initiative is part of the Ministry of Agriculture's food security drive and is being undertaken with the simultaneous cultivation of other crops such as sweet potatoes, pineapples, coconuts, carrots, and other vegetables. Other OECS countries like Dominica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines are already at an advanced stage in white potato production, with Dominica completely cutting the import of white potatoes during the first quarter of 2026. Grenada is now preparing to advance production for better output in 2027. The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, ensuring food and nutrition security for all.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium.
A major upgrade initiative has necessitated the need for the temporary suspension of parking at the General Hospital. Shania McIntosh reports.
The Ministry of Health is advising the public of temporary parking restrictions at the General Hospital in St. George's due to ongoing infrastructure improvement works on the hospital compound. In a release issued Thursday, the ministry said the restrictions take effect immediately and are expected to remain in place for approximately 6 months. The construction project includes the retrofit and upgrade of the intensive care units, along with the construction of a new ophthalmic outpatient clinic as part of Phase 2 of development works at the General Hospital. Officials say the improvements are aimed at enhancing healthcare services, patient care, and overall comfort at the facility. During the construction period, members of the public are being asked not to park on the hospital compound, except for brief drop-off and pick-up of patients and visitors. Limited short-term parking will also be allowed opposite the accident and emergency department, but only in emergency situations. Hospital management is encouraging visitors to make alternative transportation arrangements or utilize nearby parking areas outside the compound where possible. The ministry acknowledged that the temporary measures may cause some inconvenience, but thanked the public for its patience, understanding, and cooperation as the essential upgrades continue. Officials say every effort will be made to minimize disruption and ensure continued access to the hospital's services throughout the construction period. Reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
Tony Julian is next with the sports news. Stay with us.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy?
look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Good evening to you, sporting fans. Of course, it's all about the pinnacle of local and regional track and field calendar. It's arrived tonight. All eyes are on the iconic Kenroy James Athletic Stadium. After all, as the stadium lights power up for the highly anticipated Whitsuntide Games. The local track season is saving its absolute best for last. Riding a massive wave of momentum from last month's highly successful Carifta Games, Grenada Grenada is, of course, once again the epicenter of Caribbean athletics. A massive roster of over 1,100 athletes from 7 Caribbean nations has officially descended upon St. George's. Powerhouse contingents from Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Guyana, Antigua, and St. Lucia are already on the ground. And their target, well, of course, has to challenge Grenada's finest on their own turf. With the home track pride on the line, local competitors are ready to defend the island's legacy. That's in front of a roaring home crowd. The wait is officially open. Gates open early tomorrow morning, with the very first starter gun firing off at 9 a.m. sharp on both Saturday and Sunday. Meanwhile, the numbers are officially in, and they are staggering indeed. More than 1,100 athletes, remember, from 7 Caribbean nations have officially registered to compete on the Spice Isle this weekend. Roots Athletics Club, one of Antigua Barbuda's premier developmental track and field organizations, is among those visiting the island.
A contingent of under 17, under 15, under 11, our smallest, Zakaya, and more so looking at merging them together between the age groups to see what they can put out as a unit, because they're coming from different age categories, but for the relays they're going to have to merge. So we just brought out a group of 6, and they're going to be running their respective races, and then they're going to couple up for the relays. For any coach, the core expectation is always for the athletes to dominate in whatever that they do. So I've always been on them, Mr. Baptiste as well. We're always making sure that they put their best foot forward with their training, diets and everything like that. So this weekend definitely is just to the top. We're always aiming high, and you know, that's basically our number one priority. Also with their health, making sure that they leave Grenada injury free and going home together as a unit.
I expect to do very great in my races, especially the 200. I'm expecting a new PB in the 200, at least a 24, yeah, and the 100, 12 low.
I'm excited to be here. My expectations for the weekend are to go out, do my best in my individual races, and especially the relay, because I know my team is looking forward to going on the podium.
Well, of course, also looking to make an impression this weekend is Team Mustang out of St. Vincent. The Mustangs Track Club is a prominent athletic team based in North Leeward, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, often referred to as a bloodline of champions.
Well, what we have done compared to over the years is we have added more younger athletes to give them all the exposure. We do have some young athletes that we expect to perform well and would also be on the podium, but I don't want to mention any names too early to put too much of pressure on them. But we do have seasoned athletes like AJ Delplesh, Tiala Bod, and Zikisha Kelly. I'm not sure if you might remember AJ Delplesh last year broke the record for the under 200 meters, and hopefully now this year he step up to senior, then he could retain the same position again as a senior athlete at the top place.
I'm confident that I will do well, because we have been training hard and long. Well, I'm just here to just go and be on the podium and make some new PBs, set some new PBs.
And now from track and field to the court, basketball court that would be, with the New York Knicks currently holding a 2-0 series lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals, while the Western Conference Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and San Antonio Spurs is tied 1-1. The Knicks defeated the Cavaliers 109-93 at the Madison Square Garden in Game 2, with Josh Hart scoring a postseason career high of 26 points, while Jalen Brunson dished out a playoff career high of 14 assists. New York has won 9 straight playoff games. They are now just 2 wins away from their first NBA final appearance since 1999. That series shifts to Cleveland for Game 3 on Saturday the 23rd. Meanwhile, the reigning champion Thunder bounced back to defeat the Spurs 122 92-113. Recovering from a double overtime Game 1 loss, both teams suffered significant hits in Game 2. According to injury updates published by Sports Illustrated, the Thunder lost star forward Jalen Williams to a hamstring issue, while the Spurs lost guard Dylan Harper to a right leg injury. Harper was in fact already starting in place of the injured De'Aaron Fox. What's next? Game 3 takes place tonight, the 22nd, at the Frostbank Center in San Antonio. Depth and fatigue will be major storyliners given the injuries. The latest sporting highlights here for you with, remember, Kenroy Baptiste coming back with the latest regional and international developments. Tony Julian here wishing you a safe and absolutely enjoyable Whitsuntide weekend.
As Caribbean nations prepare for the start of the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season, concerns are mounting over Cuba's ability to respond effectively amid ongoing fuel shortages linked to restrictions on oil shipments to the island. Following a recent visit to Cuba, the director of the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs called for increased funding and support to strengthen the country's hurricane preparedness and response capacity. The Cuban ambassador to St. Lucia also addressed the issue during an exclusive interview with Choice TV.
As Caribbean countries ready themselves for the upcoming Atlantic hurricane season, growing concern surrounds Cuba's disaster response capacity amid the ongoing energy crisis due to blockaded oil shipments since the end of January. Following a recent visit to Cuba, Director of the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, Edemore Sonu, has called for funding and support to strengthen the island's hurricane preparedness and emergency response capacity ahead of the June start of the hurricane season.
Last year, OCHA supported what we've talked about, Under Secretary General Tom Fletcher has talked about it, anticipatory action here. He issued $7.5 million so far for Cuba, for Hurricane Melissa alone. Ahead of time, he signed $4 million. What does that do? It helps us to pre-position supplies ahead of the crisis, and this was significant in Cuba. The government has acknowledged this approach helped save lives and will continue to advocate for more funding to be able to do so.
Cuba's ambassador to St. Lucia, Genielis Bilmao de Hueferos Linares, described the hurricane season similarly to the experiences of small island developing states during this time of year.
Even in this difficult situation, we are preparing for the hurricane season. Last week, there was an exercise all over the country in order to prepare the conditions for the hurricane season.
She described the U.S. executive order threatening tariffs against nations that supply oil to Cuba as a policy intended to stir instability.
This is a policy in order to create irritation, in order to strangulate, economically speaking, the population, in order to get the population being irritated and being against the government and everything.
Like all of Latin America and the Caribbean, as well as small island developing states, Cuba is also susceptible to the increasing intensity of hurricanes resulting from global warming and the consequent warming of the Atlantic Ocean. This makes for challenges that range from the very base of production to the atmosphere above the single largest Caribbean island.
Further afield, around 30,000 people have fled fresh gang violence in the Haitian capital as armed groups tighten their grip, forcing families into makeshift shelters with little support. The United Nations and the World Food Programme warn that more than half the population faces acute food insecurity, with nearly half needing urgent aid amid collapsing healthcare, education and water services. By the end of last year, 1.4 million Haitians were internally displaced, and gangs now control about 90% of the capital.
Tens of thousands are fleeing a new wave of violence in Haiti as armed groups tighten their grip on the impoverished Caribbean country. Many of those displaced are women, children, and elderly people forced to leave their homes with little or nothing. This mother of four says her family ran away after gunfire broke out and gangs set fires near their home. More than half the country's population was already facing acute food insecurity. The UN says the situation has worsened dramatically in recent weeks as renewed clashes forced 30,000 people from their homes and into makeshift tents and shelters. By the end of last year, more than 1.4 million Haitians had been internally displaced. Haiti's crisis intensified after the 2021 assassination of President Jovenel Moïse, which deepened political instability and allowed armed gangs to expand their power. They now control around 90% of Port-au-Prince. Public services, including healthcare, education, and access to clean water, are collapsing, leaving millions vulnerable to starvation, disease, and exploitation. Aid agencies warn that nearly half of Haiti's population now needs urgent humanitarian assistance as violence and displacement continue to spread across the country.
A reminder of the headlines when we come back. We leave you with the headlines. Public sector pension fund agreement signed, marking major reform milestone. Grenada's inaugural Flower and Garden Festival planned for November 2026. Looking forward to it. Bellevue Music School opens, expanding arts education opportunities. Also in the news regionally, as the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season approaches, concerns mount over Cuba's ability to respond effectively. Internationally, Haitians displaced by gang violence in the country's capital as armed groups tighten their grip. Plus, in the sports news, local and regional track elites converge for ultimate Whitsuntide Games showdown. I'm Kenroy. That's all from us in the newsroom for now. Have a good night.